for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Ready to get us started, the Aussie punter and kickoff man, Michael Dixon. And in front of a raucous crowd, this one is underway. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
Check line 54, line 53. He's heavy on the edges. Check 50, check 50.
Now a first down throw, Cunningham. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
3 yards on the pickup there, and they've got it back to 3rd and 10.
When you think about big-time middle linebackers, you do think about the strength and the force that they play with, as we just saw there from Brian Urlacher. But what an athlete. Remember, he was a safety in college at the University of New Mexico.
And in the NFL Defensive Player of the Year back in 2005, also Bears all-time leading tackler, almost 1,800 of them. To throw on 3rd down, Cunningham. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Darren Waller, the intended receiver. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And he's not going anywhere to start the night. They stop him at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. From the gun, Steve Young. Now he'll let it go deep left side. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away.
He rifles one that's intercepted. It's the former Patriot Devin McCourty. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. Following the interception, Young nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Frank Clark fighting his way home to get the sack.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack, and that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. And now a hook up downfield on 2nd down. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. A big play there. 52 yards. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Push him back. Right there.
On 1st and 10, Cunningham. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls when you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. It was the veteran Devin McCourty. He got a hand in there to break that one up.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
On 3rd down, Cunningham. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven 1st down. And he's got some space here. 16 yards on that one and a Raven 1st.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
Now Cunningham stepping up. Now Cunningham has the ball knocked out. And the Raiders pick it up. And now look at him go. Past the 20. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. Gano for the extra point. And he atones for his miss the first time around as this one is up and good to extend their lead. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They run with a fullback Nix. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Now, that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
To throw on second down, Cunningham. Buying time to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. And some space here. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 to first. 13-0 is the score after one on EA Sports. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Give to Cook out of the gun. And he's going to take this one down to the 25. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. Here's Cunningham. And he whips that one incomplete there. Darren Waller, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short. They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on 1st. On 4th down, Cunningham. Throwing middle, and it's complete. 12 yards the pickup for Raven first. A toss to Cook. Cook with a first down and much more. And he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. They'll run with Cook. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Taking it in from 2 yards out as they are now on the board here in the first half.
I think we have to look back at the big call to go for it on 4th down.
Yeah, that set up everything, and the end result, the short touchdown run. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think every coach would have gone for it back there.
You and I both know every coach would not have gone for it back there, so that's showing a little bit of faith, actually showing a lot of faith in his team, and it was rewarded.
And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And Young's throw there incomplete. Woods the intended receiver, and it's second down. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Young now. Going to throw again. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. Throwing, Young. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it? Because those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a first down.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Give him 12 yards that time at an Oakland first down. On 1st and 10, Young. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Sacked there by Jadeveon Clowney. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Good job. Got it. 55.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. That's caught. It's Thomas. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
It's a gain of 15 yards and leads to 3rd down.
He's coming.
Third and short yardage, Young. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now. Young working out of the gun. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked out and incomplete. Denzel Ward, Pro Bowler as a rookie, there to bat that one away. An incomplete pass on first down. Here's second and goal. It'll be Young again. That's caught by Woods for a Raider touchdown. Robert Woods there to make the grab. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Gano the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime.
55. Right there, 55. Watch the curve.
Cunningham. Flush to his right. Wide open receiver complete. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Cunningham looking to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. Great gains back-to-back. Last time over 30 yards, better than 20 here. Now a run with Cook. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. On second down, here's Cunningham. And this is Cook with a grab. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. And the Raiders call on a nickel set here for third down. Out of the gun here, it's Cunningham. That'll be complete to Cook. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. Now a timeout coming here defensively. As on 4th down, may as well make them punt it. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
This will be taken about the 12. And a good effort on the return there gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right?
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Von Bell. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, this will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack.
Oh, and now Young here throwing another interception. Picked off by Von Bell. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is taken in at the 5. A big play that time for the Ravens. 51 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there. Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Dalvin Cook, his second touchdown of the night, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point try good by Gano, and the lead is down to a field goal. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time, one-play interceptions. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Give the sack to Jerome Baker. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14.
Watch safety creeping. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
2 jet bomber. 2 jet bomber. Snap.
Now Saquon Barkley, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Let's go now. 10-2 stop.
Check 26, check 26. Check. Fresh now.
Topper.
55. Right there in the middle. 55. Check.
Bravo.
Check. Mike, 55.
Yep.
Check 55. Mike. Hey, come on out here. Come get some.
Let's go.
3rd and long for Young. And he's got his target. It's Vernon Davis. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll run with Barkley. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a 1st down as well.
So did you suspect the same thing that I did, that they were lining up just to draw him off sides here?
100%.
Well, how about that? They were going for it the entire time. Never a question in his mind about going ahead and getting it, despite where they were on the field.
Yeah, I don't know if you heard it in my voice when they snapped the ball. I almost wasn't ready to call the play. I just kept waiting for the timeout offensively. A good pickup there, 21 yards. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 34. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a 1st down as well.
Good. Mike 55, Mike 55. Hey, eat. Double dog.
Now a 1st down throw for Young. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Check. Lucky. Five.
They go play action. Young. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Von Bell. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. Thomas, the intended target. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it was against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there. 79 yards. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Gano the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Play action now. Here's Steve Young to Barkley on the check down. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Raider football here, but they're on the short side of the scoreboard right now as we begin the 4th. Young on 1st down, escaping the pressure right. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Von Bell. And now nothing but green ahead of him. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. Well, this has just been obviously a dreadful day for him throwing the football. Now 4 interceptions. This one leads to 6 points going the other direction. Tough.
Yeah, it is. And this feels old school to me because you never really took out your starting quarterback back in the good old days. No matter what was going on, he was your guy, and you rode him for better or for worse. In today's football, usually we've got a backup who's warmed up and has come into the game. So you can see an old school approach here that's not really benefiting him at this point.
Hey, Delta. Ready?
Back to it after the pick 6. Young. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. On the corner blitz that time, the sack goes to Denzel Ward. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and abundant. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth-quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25.
On the ready.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started, and they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now...
And now here is another interception. Picked up by Champ Bailey. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. He was trying to hit Thomas that time. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Cunningham to throw. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line. I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick six? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little.
That's caught by Woods for an Oakland touchdown. Robert Woods with his second touchdown of the night. And the Raiders take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. And he will get into the end zone to shave 2 more points off the deficit. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Dances by him. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw with this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. It was the veteran Devin McCourty who got a hand in there to break that one up. The Ravens on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 8. Now Cunningham. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27. No first down. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th. On 4th down, Cunningham. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Back to throw. Cunningham. That's caught. It's Jerry Rice. Big game.
Yeah. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody knew, so I never get confused. Hotel, get a bird's eye view. Hotel, got a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me, baby, I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off, each store got locks, I got some trusted shoes. 10K on the countertop, don't look so shocked, it's nothing new. Death comes in threes, wins come in twos. Cash comes in ones, throw it up, celebrate some news. I do a good job, pull up and pop out and pull off. Head on and hood on, pedal to metal. When I put my foot on, I got to put on. I got a bad one, they wanna keep me, oh that's a good one. Pockets are dense, I think my bread is hard as a crouton. Receipts in my pocket don't come with a coupon. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gon' be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pounds. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Touchdown, 8th floor, come down, hotel, lobby. Receptionist, what now? 11 a.m. check out. Might give her one foul just to tell her it's one now. How come? I need rest, no recess in my schedule. Mama used to serve vegetables, now half the meals got tentacles. Half the Emirates need a reservation and half my money goes straight to taxes. But I don't trip about it, that's what happens when you got dreams closer than a match. Plus all your boys got expensive habits. Go. I know what they're thinking, they don't even gotta say it. Nope. They thinking they just made it. I know how to make everybody feel famous. I don't gotta work no day shift. I don't gotta split no payment. I don't gotta answer questions. And I don't need you to okay it. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gon' be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pounds. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown.
They can't take it to 10.
lose or won't, I can't lose, really rest or bed. Do what you can to do, make your next move your best. I do this for the family, I might just slow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they souls the chills. My journey cold is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Let's go. Paper stuff the edge like I don't know no feel. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way before the deal. Say this one for your photo real. Blessing after testing, I'ma show them skills. You ain't gotta tell me, I know I'm ill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. I do this for the family, I might just blow my wheel. I keep it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they soul the chills. My dude is cold as chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Let's go. Get first off the edge like I don't know no feel. See that pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way before the deal.
Rick Rock. TikTok. West Hip Hop. Are you ready for some football? In New Orleans, Big Snoop Dogg got a Madden lead. His team is off the hook and you don't really want none, but if you do, come and get some. See, tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Come get some if you want some, but you ain't bad enough, so you can't take none. I'm Big Snoop Dogg and I'm the only one, and when it comes to Madden, all y'all fools my sons. Haha, bag up off me and watch you lose. Snoop Dogg is on the mic, I'm giving Madden blues. And if you choose to run up on me, you gon' get laid out so fast, cause I can get you with the run or I can hit you with the pass. I can't be touched and I can't be schemed. Roll you when I'm in a mud league. 2-0, Madden time on you suckers. Y'all can't get close, so why you wanna touch us? Cause my team is so hard, my team is legit. Madden 20, Snoop Dogg is, I get it. I got cleats on my feet, jersey on my back, helmet on my head, ready to attack like that. Down in Mississippi and New Orleans, Big Snoop Dogg got a Madden lead. His team is off the hook and you don't really want none, but if you do, come and get some. See, tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world. Who's my sons? Bag up off me and watch you lose. Snoop Dogg is on the mic, I'm giving Madden blues. And if you choose to run up on me, you gon' get laid out so fast, cause I can get you with the run or I can hit you with the pass. I can't be touched and I can't be schemed. Roll you when I'm in a mud league. 2-0, Madden time on you suckers. Y'all can't get close, so why you wanna touch us? Cause my team is so hard, my team is legit. Madden 20, Snoop Dogg is, now get it. Big Snoop Dogg.
Are you ready? Get ready, dog. This be the green light, go. Tires burn the pavement. People wanna know when Mace, Posse, and Dave went. Still here, still in your ear with a style so hot. No see where all the sun rays went. Legs, arms, and head, all being moved in a frenzy. The blends be all the right cred, meaning credentials. Best of both worlds when we rockin' over pearls. all about running the spot. And you know we got breath control, so no need to take a breather. Cardio kingpin, subjugate the dub play. And you know we can't wait to bring spins. A-star quizzes, A+ the final. Vocals we align, we'll move it all simultaneously over joints we rock. We earn 30 years so you can say we got 3 turns. Live off the board, unlike you and your chess men. We install doubt in you and your yes men. And if the game had veins, we'll insert.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our 2 quarterbacks, certainly 2 of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Ready to get us started, the Aussie punter and kickoff man, Michael Dixon. And we are underway here on EA Sports. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Ready, set, ready, 8, 8.
They'll run on first down. Peyton, and not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
I'm going from back to you. I'm going from back to you.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he powers his way up past the 30. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, Newton. Flush to his right. And he finds his man, the tight end Olsen. And he's going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. Newton to Olsen there for a Carolina first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
90 is the mark. Who that? Who that?
On 2nd down now, Peyton. He'll take this up just shy of the 40. Excellent display of footwork on that run. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. That'll bring up 3rd and 8.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. Eluding the pressure right. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup. On 1st down, Peyton. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give him 15 there, and the Panthers have a first down. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A shotgun snap for Newton. And that's incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. To throw again. Newton. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Frank Clark. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long.
20.
From the gun, here's Newton. He'll get this complete to Walter Payton. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game.
Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And he takes it into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery and a touchdown for the Panthers. So problems here on special teams, and it results in the scoop and the score.
They talk all the time on special teams about keeping your head on a swivel, trying to see the whole field. Hard to do when things are going that fast, bodies all over the place. You're just trying to find the right guy to align yourself with. On that play, wow.
And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. First carry now for Dalvin Cook. T.J. Watt in on the tackle. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it 2nd and 7. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports.
53 for Mike. Watch the run. Watch the run.
To throw on 2nd down. Cunningham nowhere to escape, and he goes down. T.J. Watt causing the disruption. He gets the sack. Throwing on 3rd and long. Cunningham. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. They're going to try and throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Malcolm Smith. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. On first down, it's Newton. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Champ Bailey. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
First down. First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another first and 10. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. It's a 7-yard pickup. They'll be looking now to 3rd and 6. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. To throw on 3rd down, Cunningham. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down.
Mike, 53. 53, Mike. Hey, that's good.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. That'll be caught by Rice.
Let's go, folks.
1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. He'll get 8 on the keeper there. It'll be second and a couple.
TJ Watt there on the tackle. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up second and 2. At the 24-yard line.
And no pitch there and no chance either as he's brought down behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And they're going to have a 3rd down. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. They converted once earlier in this drive, but they'll roll the dice here again on 4th down.
Watch the whip. Get wide.
On 4th down, Cunningham. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Champ Bailey. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
Brandon, I'm not going to tell him that you called him old in our pregame meeting, but this guy has been around a long time. If there's a trick in the book, he knows it. He probably even wrote a few chapters, and this is what he's always had, and that's a nose for the football. He's able to come away here with the interception.
Greg Green!
You.
Greg Green!
Mike 55, Mike 55.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number one. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a second and very long. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. A terrific return. 30 yards all in all. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have time to get into field goal range.
Yes, and you get into the huddle or you come off the bench here and you've called multiple plays because you're going to say, this is how we're going to run them in order, guys. You don't have time for audibles. You don't have time to change anything. You're trying to get the ball in position to at least get 3. They've got a great shot to do it right here.
Tries for Rice, intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
All the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Dalvin Cook, 47 yards. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point try good by Gano. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Now a first down run is going nowhere. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. A loss of 2. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll keep it on the ground. Peyton. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Operating from the gun. Newton. He's got a man. It's Williams. A good pickup there. 26 yards. We often, with Cam Newton, talk a lot about his legs. Don't forget about that arm.
He can throw it on a rope. He can loft it. He's got the touch that's been developed throughout his career. But the big part about just watching him throw it seems almost effortless.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Odell Beckham, 62 yards. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Guys,
Gostkowski with the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter. Went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense.
And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Jerry Rice. 55 yards, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Gano the extra point, and the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. So that one will be accepted.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
Good starting position for the Panthers as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Now a play fake, and it's Newton. That's complete to his running back, Payton. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12.
20. 20.
On first down, Newton. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. Nothing on that one. It'll be 2nd down. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
Let's go, defense. Let's get off. Gun. Express. 55. You're trapped.
Now it's Newton. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Champ Bailey. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw? And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. On 2nd down, it's Cook. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back now here on EA Sports. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play. On 2nd down, here's Cunningham. Escaping the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. A nice first down pickup on a gain of 6. They run again on first down. Cook. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 16 yards on that one at a Raven first. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much for the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Hey, I'm not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, they want to ride him down the stretch. He should have fresh legs.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go.
And the pressure gets to him again. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the 4th quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
Touchdown, Carolina! Call that a 96-yard house call on the kick return. And the Panthers have taken the lead. Gostkowski, the extra point. A big-time special teams play here in the 4th quarter to extend their lead.
And coaches preach it all the time. If you can score on special teams, your chances of winning the game really jump up in a big way. Now, I'll let our analytics friends quantify it.
And he's into the clear. The 20, 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. A 93-yard kickoff return as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They'll keep it on the ground. Peyton. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. Now Newton. He finds Beckham complete. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Mike 55, Mike 55. Hey, eat. I'm coming after you. Check the backer. Alert flare.
Great. Express!
Newton. It's caught by OBJ. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Now it's Newton. And they've got the hook up. This is Olsen. Give him 18. It's a Carolina first down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that. And that's what he did.
Express! Cut! Let's go! Express!
Newton to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long.
Express! Check 8! Under 10! 10! 8! Truck!
Newton now to throw. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
At this stage, you've got to hustle, got to get back to the line of scrimmage because you're saving that timeout to make sure you have a chance to get your kicker out there for the big shot.
Now flags come in before the kick. Clearly there was contact. Who was at fault? So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to take the lead here in the final minute. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. They'll keep it on the ground. Peyton. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. He's hit on his one earlier attempt tonight, but this a little more pressure-packed for the win. Now flags come in before the kick. Clearly there was contact. Who was at fault? So now it's going to come down to the Pro Bowler Gostkowski. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. So now it's going to come down to the Pro Bowler Gostkowski. He's hit on his one earlier attempt tonight, but this a little more pressure-packed for the win. Did you expect anything less from Stephen Gostkowski? This guy, he's a machine out there, Charles.
Even in the clutch, the bigger the situation, the more likely that it goes right down the middle. And I think he just bailed his guys out in the end, yet again.
And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number, kind of like when the